Do you worship created things rather than the Creator? In Romans 1, Paul writes to the Romans that he's eager to come and visit them as an apostle, as a messenger of this good news. The gospel is the word he uses. And here's the gospel, the good news, that in spite of our sin and brokenness, God made a way that we might have relationship with him in sending his son, who took upon himself the evils of humanity, dying on the cross, but he rose from the dead. And we have access to this relationship with God through faith. It's not by doing religious things to get to him. It's by acknowledging we need what he did to count for us. See, all are without excuse. We can look around and see the beauty of creation and know there is a God. But the problem is, too often we start to worship the things that God gave us as gifts. For example, sex is a gift from God. It's to be experienced in the context of a commitment, a covenant in marriage. But instead, our minds are so warped, we begin to see it as a way to find pleasure, using others as objects. But we not only worship sex, we worship money, we worship ourselves. In fact, we create our own types of evil. And we judge others when we see that in their lives, but we need to look at ourselves to see where we fit in this list. You see, we're all under the wrath of God. That simply means that God is holding back what we deserve. And sometimes he stops protecting us, and his punishment is that he allows us to have what we want. And we experience the consequences of our evil choices. But what he wants for us is that we might experience his eternal power and divine nature through connecting with God through Jesus.